If you haven't filed all your tax returns and you lie awake at night in bed just wondering, is the IRS coming after me to arrest me? Well, this video is for you. I work with taxpayers nationwide who haven't filed in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and even more. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what actually happens to most non-filers and when jail could truly be a risk for you. First, let's separate fear from reality. Yes, technically, under the Internal Revenue Code, not filing a tax return is a crime. But here's what most people fail to understand. In most cases, the IRS non-filers are handled as a civil matter, not a criminal matter. The goal of the IRS is to get you back on track, to get you filing your returns and to either make payment or get into some sort of payment arrangement. It's not to put you in jail. So when is it going to be civil versus a criminal matter? And, most a civil non-filer case is going to look like you didn't file your tax returns. You owe taxes. There's no fraud involved there. There's no intentional deception, and you're not hiding income from the government. On the other hand, criminal matters are going to be intentional tax evasion. There's fraud involved. There's false returns have been filed. There's a pattern of willful behavior. Sometimes we see it with payroll tax cases where money has been taken from the employees and then used for personal benefit versus paying the taxes. So most of the people who are watching this video, you're not doing anything criminal. You're overwhelmed. You're embarrassed. You haven't filed your returns and you don't know how to get back on track. That's a big difference. And the cases that primarily get pushed to criminal matters. So what actually happens to most non-filers is typically the IRS is going to send you notices. They might file a substitute for a return on your behalf. You are going to have that tax assessed to you, and then you're going to move into the collection process. If you continue not filing for many years, your risk increases because at a certain point, the IRS may consider you to be evading taxes. But even then, criminal referrals are rare. Criminal investigation group focuses on is fraud, not normal, ordinary non-filers who simply need to file their returns and pay the tax that they owe. So here's the reality. The longer you wait, the more you're going to owe, and the more your risk goes up for something criminal to happen. So what should you do if you haven't filed all your taxes? You should file those returns and get back on track. The IRS generally looks very favorably upon taxpayers that get into voluntary compliance. They want you to file, get into compliance, and pay your taxes. So the key here is to come forward before they come after you and before enforcement begins. That situation is going to stay civil in almost all cases. So if you're someone who is behind on tax returns, the move that you should take isn't to panic. First, pull your transcripts. Make sure you understand which years you haven't filed. Also understand that the IRS doesn't always require all years filed. So get that information. Identify those missing years and file the returns that you need to accurately. And then, and only then, do you start to begin to discuss resolution options and ways to continue to stay in the good grace of the IRS. If you're in this situation, I'm going to leave a link in the description below to set up a tax strategy meeting. Remember, this is all fixable. You just need to get those returns filed and get back on track. If you like this video, if you enjoyed it, please like it so others will watch it. Subscribe to the channel if you have an IRS problem and you need more information to solve your problem. And if you have any questions that I can answer related to your tax case, leave it in the comments section below.